All right, November 17th. I'm losing track of the days. It is Monday, and dive day starts soon. We've got to start to get the gear ready, and I've got coffee, of course. Yesterday's dive. I wanted to take a moment to talk about yesterday's dive. We went to Cow Springs, and I will tell you that I am a newbie cave diver. I have a little bit of experience. Of course, I'm probably pretty decent on the CCR. But cave skills, I get to come down here once or twice a year, and so there's always a little bit of nervousness before the cave dives. Typically, that nervousness goes away once I'm in the water. Yesterday's cave dive, because we went to Cow Springs, which I've never been before, if my comfort level is here, I was certainly here for most of that dive. Cow Springs is what I would consider a pretty tight system. I mean, the entrance alone, I had to take a minute or two to try to figure out how I'm going to contort myself and my side mount setup to get in through the double S-turn. And so I was like right away, oh boy, here we go. I have very limited experience, and that is the tightest that I've ever tried to sort of sneak through into the cave. And it just kept on giving. And it was a beautiful cave. Don't get me wrong. Water clarity, all of that stuff was incredible. And, followed Jorg all the way through, some turns, S-turns, sneaking through, pulling myself on a rope. Finally got past or down, head feet through Not My Fault, down to about 104 feet. We continued on to about the 45-minute mark. And at that point, I said, hey, that's it, man. I'm calling it. And I waited for Jorg to come on back. I stayed on the line. I said, no, we're done. Time to head back. My issue was the entire time, all I could think about was, am I going to fit out of that hole that I forced myself into to get into this cave? And so the entire time, that's all I was literally thinking about. And so it was time to head on back. The head on back was amazing. We're flowing back with the flow on the way out. And like I said, it was kind of just like gliding through. Of course, all of the things that looked hard or felt hard on the way in were a lot easier on the way out. And yes, obviously, I made it out of the hole because I'm sitting here. And even that didn't seem as bad on the way out. And Jorg did tell me that. I just refused to listen. So at least now I know that the next time I go into Cow Springs, then it should be a little bit easier in terms of the confidence to know that you can get in and out of that entrance. All that to say, great experience. Jorg, I really appreciate you taking me on that dive. That is the cave I would certainly practice at in order to be a better cave diver, and I look forward to returning to it. Take care. Dive day starts now.